I acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, on whose land I have recorded this podcast. I pay my respects to the elders, past, present, and emerging, who are the traditional custodians of this land, and I am grateful to those who are sharing their history and deep cultural knowledge with us. We are learning that Aboriginal culture is deeply connected to the cycles, rhythms, and vibrational energy that can be felt when being with nature. This connectivity is built upon a deep trust of the natural flows and interconnected web of all living things. Through deep listening, we can rediscover the lost sense of intuition. While exploring my own backyard here on Gadigal land, I have always come back to breath, which has helped me to become more aware of such connections. I recognise that I am on a journey and am grateful to the elders and teachers who are guiding us through. I grew up on Wiradjuri land. I spent much of my childhood going on bushwalks around Mount Canobolas, an extinct volcano a short drive from town. The name Canobolas comes from the Wiradjuri words Garnabulla, meaning two shoulders, referring to the silhouette of the twin peaks. The area was an important place for male initiation and a fertile source of bush foods and medicines for the Wiradjuri people. There is something special about this place. The peaks are white with snow in the winter and bursting with native flowers and berries in the spring. I now live on Gadigal land in the inner west of Sydney. It is different to where I grew up. There are a lot more people and there is a constant buzz of sound in the air. My backyard is a place I go to breathe. It's warmer outside than in our house, so I like to sit on my back veranda in the mornings with a cup of tea before entering the hustle of the daily commute. I hear cars passing in the distance, but the patch of green in our backyard feels nicely removed from the hum a few hundred metres away. We live near a bay that I walk past most mornings in the winter and most evenings in the summer. It is part of my daily ritual that helps me to feel grounded. Sometimes I sit down by the water and let my thoughts meander as my eyes relax into the gentle movement of the rippling water, swaying with the wind, going with the natural flow. To go gently in this world requires more conscious thought than what we have been accustomed to. The long working days and little downtime has resulted in the void in our collective consciousness that requires fulfillment through mass consumption. When I began exploring my own backyard, I noticed the flowering of wattles along the water's edge. For Darawal people, August is the time of Wiradjuri, referring to the cold and windy weather we are currently experiencing. And the flowering of the Bukerican or black wattles signifies an end to the cold windy weather and the beginning of the gentle spring rains. The water and the trees remind us how to look after ourselves. Our backyards are reflections of us, our local ecology mirroring back to us the state of our collective well-being.